All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I am feeling good on this Thursday, especially after the fact the market had a little bit of a mental meltdown yesterday afternoon. We're still doing okay here. We're still alive and kicking. We have an opportunity to trade. I mean, everything was going great, and then it looks like the Fed decided to announce their rate change, which, by the way, was exactly what everybody expected. Quarter point retraction on that interest rate, bringing us to 4.5% from 4.75. However, the comments, I suppose, out of Powell's speech got everybody thinking. It was sort of clear that the expectation is that we're going to see increased inflation next year. There's going to be only 2 rate cuts, and everybody wanted a few more. And the market felt like it overreacted. I felt like It's like when you have a kid and you tell them they can't have a sucker, and they just go ballistic on you. That's what it felt like the market did yesterday afternoon. And all of this over the course of what, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours? It was just nuts, man. We were all sitting here in the chat room watching it going, oh my God, what is happening? This is crazy. Yeah, it was massive, massive meltdown. So here we are. But we live to trade another day. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everything, everything in this morning is green, right? If you look at our gappers list, everything bouncing back, obviously with the landslide they had yesterday. The Q's taking the biggest hit so far, but yeah, so it should be fun, man. The question is, and we're talking about this in chat over on our YouTube, friends. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Is this going to continue lower, or are we going to stop here and kind of bounce, right? So we'll be interesting to see after the hawkish tone from Mr. Jerome Powell. All right, let's get to our U.S. economic calendar. Obviously, the big news yesterday. Do we have anything today, Peter? I haven't looked yet as far as our U.S. economic calendar today.
yeah, absolutely. We do. So we had a whole bunch of numbers that came out just a moment ago, a couple of minutes ago. Let's start on the jobless side. We have both initial and continuing jobless claims. The initial jobless claims forecast of 229,000. It came out at 220,000. So pretty much on target, slightly below. The continuing jobless claims 1.89 million was the forecast. 1.87 was the actual. So again, just below. So that shows a little bit of a robustness, I suppose, in the economy. It's generally good news for the economy, which is not always good news for the market, but not hugely impactful. The GDP, the Q3 GDP numbers came out once again, showing strong economic activity. The core GDP 2.8 was the forecast in terms of growth. 3.1 was the number that came out. So that also, again, shows a little bit of strength. What I didn't have room to put on there, we also had, there's a whole bunch of other numbers, right? Like corporate profits that came out. That was actually slightly under expectations. And the other one that I wanted to mention was consumer spending, which was up slightly. 3.5% growth in consumer spending was the expectation. 3.7 was the actual as delivered. So there you go. So a whole bunch of numbers out this morning. Later on, the Philly Fed manufacturing. I should mention that. That was an interesting one. It was sort of the one outlier where 2.9 was, this is just a relative scale. A little bit of expected growth in the Philly Fed manufacturing. It actually came in at a 16.4 contraction, so negative 16.4 compared to 2.9 on the positive side. So big difference there. Is that indicative of something? Well, it doesn't really match the rest of the economic data, so I'm not sure what to make of that. But there it is. Later this morning at 10 o'clock, we do have a couple of numbers: existing home sales, and then the U.S. leading index, as it's called, which is, again, just an economic index, is coming out. Both of those at 10 a.m. Then it's going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the day. So no big afternoon announcements today. Yesterday was enough. We're gonna take a breather this afternoon and keep it quiet, probably. So that's what we've got on the calendar for today, Carlos.
All right, excellent, man. Sounds good. We look forward to that. Right now on our gappers list, we'll look at the top five, but everything is on here. We're going to be looking at a lot of our favorites. I'm going to be looking at a lot of our usual suspect: Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, all these guys, POTR, MSTR. because today it's all going to be about what is the overall market going to do, right? Is the market going to continue to go towards the previous day close here on the Qs, on the SPY, or are we going to get a bounce, right? I think that's what's going to be the biggest driver today on a lot of these tickers. There might be some individual news. I know we have some earnings, Peters, on some things, so maybe you have some of those for us to look at. But for the most part, man, it is just the massive landslide yesterday is going to create a lot of opportunities for us this morning. I mean, I'm looking at the list we have here, and it looks massive. So let's get through it. Let's start with the first five, just to see what's going on with these. First one on here, PRFX. This is up 180%, 18 million shares traded, lower price stock, right? Was hanging out at 250 yesterday, today at 606. So obviously a big jump there in the pre-market. Peter, anything good? Rain, no, Pain Reform. Oh, I remember the name. We have definitely talked
Do
about
you?
this before.
I don't remember
Um,
ever looking at these
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
This is a this is a super low float. We've got 500,000 shares in the float. It's a company with a 1.2 million dollar market cap. So we're talking about tiny company. They probably have about 5 employees. I'm guessing. I have no idea, but it's not a very big company. They did have
six.
positive top line results on a phase 3 clinical trial of something they're calling PRF 110. So basically, yeah, it's a drug company with positive phase 3 results. So good for them. But yeah, this is not a big company though. So buyer beware.
Absolutely. I'm not going to be watching this one, guys. Too low flow for me. It has gapped up in the past. It's been on our list previously. I remember the name, but again, we never actually pay any attention to it just because the type of stock that it is. So we had a couple of days in the past where it jumped up here. But again, for the most part, not going to be on my list this morning. Heading on to the next one is going to be another one, SHCO, that I don't recall here. Soho House and Company. They are up 62% this morning, 1 million shares traded. The flow on this one is not a low flow, sitting at 146 million, Peter. So a little bit higher. Nice big pop for them this morning. What is driving them today?
Earnings. It looks like they had earnings and they had very positive top line results, both in terms of their business growth and the revenues. Bottom line earnings came in pretty much on target. So earnings before taxes 48.3 million. I'm trying to figure out what these guys do. They're a global membership platform that connect vibrant, diverse, and global groups of members. To do what though? They provide them housing? I'm not quite sure what this company does. Anyways, whatever. They had positive earnings, and that puts them on our list. I'm not going anywhere near it. There's so much cool stuff to trade. I'm not going to risk it on
Yeah,
Soho House.
yeah.
Sorry, Soho House.
Uh, Yep. Sorry, buddy. Not today. Let's look at Soundhound this morning. We are up 8%. This one, Peter, it is just cranking away, man. Doesn't care if the market's down yesterday. This is going in the other direction towards the northeast. Another green day for Soundhound. I mean, this stock hanging out at $7, $5 just in November here. And today we're crashing into 23.75, 22.50. I mean, it is just trucking away, man. So your thoughts on there today? Already 3.9 million shares traded, up 8% so far this morning.
Well, if you're in AI or quantum computing, yeah, then you are in the unique segments where you can ignore the trend. Qubit, the other one we like to look at, right? QUBT, SoundHound, both sort of survived yesterday's pull down and had some good trading. I mean, there's no news. It does. They don't need news, right? Right now, these are hot sectors, so they are able to just move on their own. So if you like trading it, then it is yours for the taking. I typically avoid these. They get a little erratic. Yesterday, we were trading one of these running stocks. I can't remember which one it was now. What was the one that yesterday afternoon that John was going crazy on in the room? You guys who were here yesterday would know. He was like it was around $50. Nuke. There we go. NUKK. Right. He was trading this through like 3 or 4 different stops, and anyways, having some fun with it. But he made himself a couple $100 playing with 25 shares. So, but it was one of those where, like this thing, it got halted at 60, it opened at 50, it moved back up to 65, and it went down and got halted at 50 again or something. Like it was just, it was madness, right? It's just, you can play it for fun if you want to, but it's not something you can make a serious trading career off of, in my opinion. So, Soundhound,
Yeah,
Qubit, if you like them, go play them, but have fun with them. You might want to have a backstop of regular trading strategies you can fall back on.
yeah, yeah. One that was making a lot of noise yesterday's, it was OKLO. I've seen this ticker plenty of times. I'm not a big fan of the way the price action is. I know yesterday they had significant volume, 55 million compared to what they normally do. Look at December on the daily here. It's just not a whole lot of volume, and they trade again very weird. But for the most part, every time I looked at this ticker, their price action could be very strange. But looks like they had a great day yesterday. Nice breakout here. Beautiful drop that looks pretty much clean. Again, I wasn't watching this one, so I'm not sure how well did they actually trade. So today they're up 7.2, 744,000, but you can short it. So no inventory for sure on this one. Yeah, I'm not sure. So far we're 0 for 3 here. Peter, what do you like about this one, if anything?
I mean, okay, although it did have some interesting moves, like you pointed out yesterday on the chart. You just have to be careful with these. Keep in mind the relative scale, right? Because you can look at a bunch of charts, and if you just look at them, sort of from a distance, I suppose they can look the same, but have very different implications. That move on OKLO was a $4 move on a $20 stock. That's a 20% move. So you can look at a Tesla chart and see the same type of drop, and it's not going to be 20%, right? Because that 20% on Tesla, of course, means it's like an $80 move. So Tesla will certainly move $20, but or 30 maybe even, but not 80. So just keep in mind the relative percentage move, because that can have a big impact. So OKLO, actually, I was watching it yesterday. The price action was okay. The spread at times was a little was you had to manage that. So always keep in mind that spread, right? That's the difference between the active bid and ask, and it's basically how much you immediately lose when you enter the trade. So keep it in mind on these things. OKLO has a spread that it's just variable. It can go from a couple of cents up to 20, 30 cents. And if you enter a trade immediately with big size and you immediately lose 20 cents, for example, right? That can be significant. So I always look at that before I enter a trade as to how big that spread is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. Again, I don't like this stock, so I'm not gonna be watching it. So I'm gonna move on down to ACHR. This is Archer Aviation. And this morning they are up 6.3, 1.5 million shares traded. Um, eh, Again, they're making a lot of noise lately, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't like this one, man. I don't like the way it trades. Peter, I know we've been watching this one closely alongside with Joby, Joby, which is also on the list today. Any news? Anything new on this one that might be interesting?
Uh, well, I mean, we've been talking about them. They're one of these autonomous drone companies. They did announce sort of this morning that they received their certificate of occupancy for their brand new 400,000 square foot manufacturing facility, and they've completed that facility. And I got to say, it looks sort of cool. Um, but just because you've got a cool looking factory doesn't mean you're off to the races with it. Here, let's see if we can put it on the screen here. Here we go. Look, they're real. They've got a real home now. They got this big manufacturing facility that they finished out somewhere, wherever the heck they are. Where is this thing?
Yeah.
It's probably in Texas. No, it's in Covington, Georgia. So there you go. And they had a ribbon cutting ceremony and everything. So now they have to fill it, of course, with equipment and everything. Production is expected to begin in early 2025 in this place. So there you go. So that's what Archer's got going on this morning, and why they hit the news once again. Carlos, this is a tougher trade. The volumes on this are a little spotty. I find it not as fun to trade as some others. So I agree with you. I probably won't be putting it on my list for trading today.
Yeah, yeah, I won't be doing it. And today it's just there's so much good stuff I want to get to. Man. I want to get to Tesla. I want to get to MSTR. All these other ones are high flying this morning. Nvidia. I see Rivian on here. I mean SMCI. All our good buddies are down here today, kind of being mixed up with this massive gap up list that we have. So maybe we'll do that. We looked at the top five guys again. Out of the top five, these names maybe OKLO and SoundHound are probably the better ones to look at. You know, they can trade very well, but for the most part, everything we looked at so far, Peter, was not great. Let's bounce around this list a little bit. Bitcoin all over this list as they went below 100K and now they're back up. I believe the price is at 102, Peter. I'll have to confirm that. But MSTR this morning, up 3.8 after the drop yesterday, 837,000. I think it'll be good to have at least one of these, right? Out of the coins, the Mara, the MSTR, I want to have at least one of these on here. And Peter and I always may make fun of like, okay, these guys are supposed to be independent, but they just move with the market now, right? They didn't want regulation, but now they love regulations. They want their money to be safe. And if you're, crypto Bitcoin trader, you don't care whether there's regulations or not. You just care about making money. So if regulation is going to help you, protect your money, you can make money on the way up. You could care less about how free the actual coin is, right? It's all about how much money you can make. So MSTR, I'm going to put that on here. MSTR will be a good one, and coin. I'm gonna put on a secondary because another one that I do like a lot, and on a day like today, I think it's worth keeping an eye on both of these this morning. Peter, latest and greatest on overall Bitcoin, and are you watching any today?
I don't know that I need to watch Bitcoin today. I don't feel that it's going to make any moves back to its normal evening and weekend movement, which means that these stocks, and like you pointed out yesterday, right, the stocks aren't necessarily following the price of Bitcoin, so it makes them a little tougher to trade. Keep in mind, we again, Bitcoin, crypto, not synonymous, slightly different in the market. Things like coin, right, that are play the broader crypto marketplace. Haven't been moving as aggressively as things like Hut and MSTR, which are basically investing heavily into Bitcoin and creating a bank of them. Hut, for example, just bought some more crypto, and MicroStrategy has said that they're going to. They're staking a claim that they think $100,000 for Bitcoin is just the start, and it's going to go higher from there. We'll see. Where's Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin is sitting at $101,920 right at the moment. So there you go. It's just hanging around that 101, 102 price. So, and it's probably, not going to go too far during the day today. So yeah, Carlos, I think there's other great stuff with how much the market moved. We just have to look at sort of the Magnificent Seven and other equity offerings for maybe some better trading. I hope, I expect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, man. MSTR, I'll keep on here because again, it could be interesting. But I agree with you. There's going to be so many other things to look at. Bitcoin is all over this list. As I'm looking at it close, you got CLSK, MSTR, Riot, Mara, SoFi, not so much. Robinhood is on here. I mean, you name it, they're all on here this morning. One of the big favorite ones from our team here is from the BBT families, PLTR. This morning, 2.3 million shares traded, up 3.1. Still maintaining this support level around 71, we'll call it 71.61, right? We had the huge pop over to above 80, and since then just kind of going sideways over here for the most part, but still holding that support. So I think it could be an interesting one to look at. I'll put it on here. We can always move it down if we need to. Today our list is going to be massive. We're going to try to keep it as fine-tuned as we can. We're going to hop over to Tesla. Of course,
The
this one is
the
yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Well, if I could just mention on PLTR, there is some news. So again, AI, they don't often need news, but today they actually have some that they were awarded a secondary contract with the U.S. Army for their AI services. Another $400 million contract with the U.S. Army to work on what they call their Vantage platform. That contract could have a potential top end value of 618 million before they have to go back to retenders. So yeah, good news for Palantir. They're one of the few companies in AI that actually are making money off of it, right? Because they're selling products and they're actually driving a valuable business. So I like watching them a little bit more, just because you know that they're at least got some meat on the bone, and they're not bad. The spread is also fairly low in this one. So PLTR, on the daily has been stuck in a range, but I don't mind it as a trader. I usually keep a closer eye on this than some of the others in this space.
Yeah, I went from not liking this stock at all because it always let me down, but that was obviously before November, and since then it has grown to be part of my rotation. Man, it's trading much different, increased volume, and you're getting some really great continuation moves on it. So not the same stock that we are trading, 2 3 months ago. It's definitely changed quite a bit. So I like it here. POTR will be on my list. And let me see as I scan through this. We'll look at SMCI, then we'll get to Peter, what you like this morning. Oh, I'm sorry, we skipped over Tesla. We started talking about it.
Yeah,
Here is
sorry, that's
Tesla.
me.
So,
I distracted you.
uh, no, it's all good. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Tesla up 2.6, 5.5 million shares traded on SSR because of the drop yesterday. This will be fun to watch today. This will be an overall market play, right? So, meaning if the SPY, the Q start dropping, I think this is a great stock that's going to follow that just like it did yesterday. So, I will be having them on my, it's just, fun to always keep an eye on. So, I like them this morning. Besides that, Peter, is there anything else, maybe any news on Tesla this morning?
Well, they don't really have any business news. There's always a bunch of little, little news articles. Some drivers are speaking out against Elon because they had some accidents in Teslas, and they're of course blaming the car. I mean, I think if you're a car manufacturer, that's comes with the territory. Tesla was interesting yesterday because if you look at the chart intraday yesterday, I mean, they were gunning towards all-time high. And usually, when you hit a new all time high, and they've been hitting new all time highs all week, right? So nothing new there. It was pretty exciting. They're hitting an all time high. We were looking for the 490 level to break, and they got close. 488.50, I think, is where they topped out. And they expected a little pullback, right? That was okay. They had a little pullback, but unfortunately, the tail end of their pullback, normally where things would bounce around the VWAP, that's about when the market decided to have its hissy fit, and Tesla. I mean, it just sank like a stone in a clear pond, man. $60 move from top to bottom on Tesla, and it was just pretty massive. I mean, that red candle. It just looks like a red candle. But if you look again on the intraday, like on a 5 minute chart, it was a massive move. It was amazing to watch it sink. So because of that, it's on SSR today, which just means you can short this today. It just means you have to short on an uptick. That may get removed over the course of the day. We'll see how it trades. But Tesla's got to be in play after that move yesterday. I mean, everything had that drop yesterday afternoon, so it certainly wasn't alone. But Tesla felt the most extreme, probably because it was moving from such a high point, right, from that all time high to drop the $60. It just felt like it felt catastrophic in the moment. But
Yeah, I am. I'm with you there, man. I'm gonna have them on the list today. Can SSR be removed today, or does it have to? I think it has to wait like 2 days, right? Even if like it goes
I
green,
don't.
does it have to wait a certain amount of
I'm not.
hours?
I
I think
don't
there's
know
some kind of
the
limit.
exact
I
rules.
think.
Yeah, it's a good question. Because the rules are different depending on the size of the company. That much I do know. In this case, we'll find out. I'm. Yeah, I don't know. So, let me try and look that up.
Yeah, because I seen stocks like the next day they'll be gapping up well past the previous sell off, but it already had triggered the SSR. So let's see what that means. Will be good to know. All right, guys, this kind of covers our list. I see Nvidia on here, which of course we have to look at. How can we not? Nvidia this morning, 6 million shares traded up 2.2. Again, everything up slightly. Just giving a little bit of the rebound that we're getting in the overall market after yesterday's sell off. Nvidia also sold off pretty nice after Powell opened his mouth yesterday, dropping everything here. So Nvidia, I am going to add here, although it has not been my go-to lately. It's been better things to look at, but I will add Nvidia to the list. This makes me think about all the other big guys here. Apple is another one you can look at. Again, Apple's daily looks really clean though. Like if you look at this 248, look at that great level of resistance that's now trying to become support. So their daily has been just awesome. It's so clean because look at the move they had over November into December. I mean, just a real nice pop here after they broke all-time high. So Apple is nice. I'm kind of inclined to have Apple on my list a little bit more than Nvidia. If I think about Magnificent Seven, so I'm going to put Apple on here. We'll keep
Oh,
Nvidia on there
really?
for now, but I might move that. out of the way there. Looks like you got some information for us, Peter.
I'm surprised that you're favoring Apple over Nvidia. So okay, interesting there. But yes,
Oh,
so let's
yeah,
confirm. Let's confirm that on the short sale restriction, yes, any stock that falls more than 10% in a given trading session will go into SSR for the following trading day. There are no exceptions to the rule. The SSR means that you can only short on an uptick for the rest of the trading day. So, yeah, that SSR will be on all day today on Tesla, according to the rules. And according to the rules, it looks like there's no way for that to be removed. So it's just a protective mechanism to make sure that you don't get runs on stocks. I mean, we saw that happen in the past, and that's why this rule got put in place.
yeah,
Well, a few decades ago now. It's been in there for a while, but especially when with the advent of electronic trading, they had to sort of put a lot more rules in place that they didn't have to put in previously. So there you go. This one came into place in 2007. So there you go. Or
yeah.
2010 is
Great
when the current
show.
rule was finalized.
Great show, and I think I have mentioned this one before in the past. It's the Titans, the Rise of Wall Street. It is on, I believe, on I think it's Amazon Prime. But man, it's really good show. It's a lot of stuff that we do now, like shorting and people running short, selling stories. This goes way back, so it's a lot of great stories in there about people trying to short things, and there was no volatility host during that time. So yeah, it's some really good stuff. Definitely check it out. It's called Titans: The Rise of Wall Street. I think it's a series. They got a couple of they got one season, a couple of videos, but it's really good. Especially after you start day trading, you start realizing this stuff is not new. Some of the stuff is happening now. It's not new. It's been happening for years. All right, let's let's stop here, man. This list massive, and I know you guys are throwing out some great tickers. We'll get to them. And using our gap down, so I'll look at it when we get to the gap down list. But before we leave the gap up, Peter, speak about Nvidia and Apple. Yeah, what I like about Apple is just how clean this daily is today, man. And I'm maybe not favoring it over it, but I would like to see other things than just everything tech heavy. But if you look at Apple, man, this daily looks awesome. So if we get any kind of weakness here, I think we have a clear path to the bottom here on Apple. But we'll see, man. They're both great. I'm probably nitpicking on both of these. We can probably have both of them on the list, but I think I'm favoring Apple a little bit today, just with how clean this chart is. Um, Before we hop off the gap up list, Peter, anything you like or any earnings that are out there this morning for us?
Well, we're gonna have to talk about earnings on the gap down because leading the gap down list is the big earning from last night. So we'll talk about that in a minute. I want to talk about Robin Hood. Robin Hood is on the list. HOOD. Not always a great trader, but it's interesting the number of bullish comments and sentiments that we've got going on. A lot of upgrades from the analyst community, but more than the analysts, it seems that those that are writing articles about it feel that it's very well positioned to take advantage of the political climate in the US, as well as the way they've turned around and diversified their business from where they were just a couple of years ago. And if you remember, like Robinhood was in threat of bankruptcy and having a run even on their stocks, right, during the whole meme stock craze. They were under fire for the way they handled that situation, but they seem to have made a good turnaround. Not only got themselves into profitability, I know that I'm talking fundamentals, the old F word. So be careful here. But it just feels like that there's so much positive sentiment. It might be worth watching just to see what it does and if it creates tradable opportunity. We need more consistent volume in this to make it a good trading stock intraday. But I sort of like the hubbub, the talk around it. So we'll see what it does. I noticed it was on the gap up list, up 3% today. But again, so many things are up with the market trending up by about 0.5% right now. It's floating all boats. But that was one, Carlos, that caught my attention. Other than that, we've already mentioned a bunch of them. We already talked about Tesla. We mentioned it passing Nvidia. AMD, my good buddy's up 1% this morning. We've got a couple of things that are moving higher. Microsoft and Meta also may be worth watching today, just because, again, we'll have to see. Will the market continue its slide after the opening bell, or will it get this positivity, this little bounce that we're seeing right now pre-market? I don't know. I mean, I'm watching the Qs right now, And as I look at them, right, we sort of hit a high earlier this morning around 8 o'clock, and I'm seeing us start to slide back down again. So the market may not open as green as the gappers list might make us think. So let's be cautious, whatever we choose to do here this morning.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely some covering happening this morning. Obviously, some people, I'm sure, took a short position the minute they saw things heading south here. And just a little bit of a this is a healthy pullback. Doesn't mean that we are pullback to the upside. Doesn't mean that we are heading up from here, right? We can find ourselves in the red very, very quickly this morning. So be on the lookout for that. Um, all right, let's take a look at what's capping down, friends. We have MU leading the way this morning. So MU right now gapping down 11.4, 3.6 million shares traded. So definitely in play this morning after the sell-off yesterday and now losing a lot of support levels too. Like we had this big support level here at 99.64. We lost that. And then we also lost the next one, which is around 96.94. So I'm hearing earnings on this, Peter. Obviously, not treating them well this morning.
Correct. And that's exactly what happened. You can see that big candle down right after the close yesterday. They had earnings supposed to come out at 4:05. It looked like they actually released their earnings a couple of minutes early because, of course, Micron, like everything else, had that big downturn into the close, and then it just continued going after the closing bell with the negative earnings. Now, it wasn't the earnings themselves that were problematic, right? As we always often talk about, it was actually their forward looking guidance. So, on the earnings front, their revenue came in pretty much right on target. They missed their earnings by 1/100th of a percentage point. So let's just say they met their revenue. Bottom line, they didn't do exactly what expected, but they were close. The forecast was they were going to get $1.76 per share on earnings. They sorry, $1.79 per share. No, sorry, they beat bottom line earnings. My bad. They expected to get $1.76. They beat it by getting $1.79. So they were slightly over on their profitability. The big problem was really on their forecast, which was significantly off analysts' expectations. They are forecasted revenue around 7.9 billion. I'm going to round here, which was a lot lower than about $9 billion that analysts were expecting. On the earnings side, analysts were looking for a buck 97 per share, and they say they think they're going to be able to hit a buck 33 to a buck 53 per share. So that's significantly off where the analysts were expecting, and as a result, MU was taken to the woodshed. Now, this is about a 14-15% drop overnight. They are not on short sale restriction because it happened after hours, right? So it doesn't count. So MU gapping down this morning. I think it's a good target today. I don't normally like trading MU, but with it being the only semiconductor with earnings, and frankly, one of the only ones that's red when I look at my list, everything else is green so far this morning. I think it's worth keeping an eye on. So yeah, I'm going to watch MU and see how the stock reacts at the opening bell after that negative forward-looking guidance.
Yeah, I like MU, man. I'm going to put that on there today as well. I think it'll be interesting to see how that's going to look in a couple of minutes here. They got great volume down nicely this morning. I thought Jared was pulling my leg when he just mentioned in chat that he's partially on BPTH. And I remember the ticker because it was a low flow, high flying stock that went from like $20 to like 80 the following day years back, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was actually one of the tickers that I did trade him and made some crazy money on. I think it was, when was it on?
Oh God!
I forgot. Yeah, it was not this
Look at this
day. It
chart.
was another day where
What?
yeah, this was one that I traded way back when, so I knew the
Go
ticker.
go
I
back.
thought they
Like
were
keep going
dead.
back, Carlos.
Yeah,
The stock goes up
yeah,
to $20,000. The chart. If you
yeah,
keep
I don't
going
know
back,
about that.
how is that possible?
Yeah.
Like look at this.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably several different reverse
It's,
splits, bunch of splits.
it's
But I
wow.
knew nothing about the market
Okay.
before 2017, so I don't know anything about this year. But there was a day somewhere early in my trading career where it went from 5 to like 15, and I caught a lot of that move. And I'm like, man,
Right.
I was debating, Peter, whether I should hold it overnight because it was just so hot. I did it, close everything out. Next morning opens up at 20, goes to 80. I was like, wow. But you just never know. That hurt. That
Oh
hurt because that
no.
could have been really nice, but you just never know. It is what it is. Um, it's just in that sense can go the other way. Wake up at $4, $3, and that's not fun. All right. So he's partially on this thing, man. I'm telling you, he's our new low flow trader. BPTH on fire. Again, just be very careful. Jared knows what he's doing. So if you're not experienced with this, be very, very careful. 71 million shares traded up 400%. Wow. All right, let's finish our gap down list. QUBT this morning. QUBT, this one has been heavily in play yesterday. Another big day for QUBT. So Andrew was trading this one, I believe. So was it this one or QU or QBTS? I forgot which one he was
I
in,
think it was. I
but
think it was this one. I think it was this one.
it was this
Yeah,
one. Okay, I forget which one of the
I
two. But
think
again,
so.
they continue to be in play. Um, so QUBT, we'll put that one on here in play. We'll do levels for it. I'm actually going to put on a secondary because for me it's a little bit tricky to trade this one. We'll look at it in just a second here. All right, last one and not least, another one that's been oh yeah, hold on a second. Thank you, Brent. Brent's telling me both my charts are on the daily. We'll fix that. RGTI, let's take a look at this one. Another one that's been making a lot of noise. I'm not really a big fan of this Rigetti computing. I think were you calling it spaghetti yesterday, Peter? I was listening to the
Rigetti
show
spaghetti.
as I was
Yeah,
driving.
yeah.
Yeah. Um so in play here, I just don't know if it's one I'm gonna be watching. It was pretty weird yesterday, the charts here. So I'm not sure about that one. All right, friends. Peter, as far as gap down, anything that you like on your end?
I think you sort of hit the highlights there. I noticed that Apple, you mentioned them earlier, they're gapping down marginally. They were down a little bit more a few minutes ago, but sort of the only of the Magnificent Seven, I think, that is gapping down. Other than that, no, I mean, pretty much everything is on the upside. But again, remember, everything is green only because it dropped so heavily into the close that it's got the, that little dead cat bounce, as they like to call it. So it's on the upside. I see in the room people are screaming about nuke. No, that's green, but that's just, I don't know, man. That's craziness. That stock right there. So yeah, Carlos, I don't really have anything else that's red this morning that I'm really interested enough that we should talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Nuke, I see that being thrown in chat again, up 30%. I don't know what the float is on this, but was that zero? Or at least it looks like 3 days ago. Um, you just, you know what it is, man. It's all about timing, and it's hard to get a strategy to trade well on something like this. So be very careful. All right, with
Yeah.
that said, friends, let's look at what you guys have this morning. Ross, Nuke, yeah, we have that up here. Be careful not to blow yourself up with that thing. BPTH is also in play. Again, lower flow stock. Be very, very careful on that one. BPTH. I'll put in my risky pile. 72 million shares traded. Things are starting to turn here from the pre-market highs up almost well above 400%. So be mindful of when trading that one. What else, friends? Let's take a look at our YouTube chat. Someone mentioned MU. We did look at MU, so MU is good there. INTC from our good buddy Pig Wrestler over on YouTube. INTC at the moment up 1.8, 1.1 million shares traded. Man, they continue to drop lower and lower. So they're just not doing well. As far as today, I'm not sure. I think I got some of the semis I like here so far. So I think I'm going to stick with those. But Intel, if you like them, they could be in play this morning as well. There's just so many stocks to look at today. BPTH, we did look at Raul. I have it here on my risky pile, so be careful with that one. TPET, what is that? I don't think I ever heard of this ticker. Let's see if it's any good. Another high flying Trio Petroleum ticker here this morning, sitting on the American Stock Exchange. Hard to borrow. I'm sure the flow is not probably great given it's going from like zero. More of a penny stock, guys. So be very careful. Just breaking out of $1 today. Again, doesn't work for my style of trading, so I'm not going to spend no time on it. But if it does for you, just be mindful and be careful with these things, right? Francis, we'll look at you for the last stock here, IonQ. And if we take a look at this one this morning, up 6%, 1.6 million shares traded. Good volume, but a lot of things today has great volume, right? So including this one. Not sure about this one. Peter, your thoughts on INQ? Obviously, the drop yesterday, the bounce today. Do you like this ticker, or is it something that's going to be on your list?
I haven't typically watched this. It's not one of my favorite tickers. No, I in the past I had traded it. It was good a couple years ago. I found recently though the spread is variable and the price action is just not consistent enough for me to like to trade it. It's also a NYSE stock, which, as you guys have heard me say many times, as soon as you trade in the New York Stock Exchange, I just get a little more apprehensive about the smooth movement of the actions because the market makers can do strange things, especially on stocks that trade typically lower volumes. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, I'm on the fence on it. I mean, who knows? Who knows? All right, let's stop here, guys. So far, MSTR, POTR, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, MU, so many great ones to look at. I see SoundHound being mentioned as well. Again, today I think they could be interesting. They're hard to trade though. I mean, I wish I could trade them, but they're difficult with their price action. So it depends on your style. They're definitely in play. I'll put it on a secondary so we can do some levels here if we get a chance to. But yeah, there's just be mindful of the price action there. All right, let's go over to our community events and announcements. We'll come back and we'll take a look at some levels on this massive blockbuster list that we have today.
Okay, we got to go quick because we're running behind here. We've got it's Thursday. Oh my God, this week has gone fast. And being that it's Thursday, it means it's mentorship day. We've got quite a number of mentorship sessions. John starts at 11 a.m. with his session. It's a great opportunity to get some insight onto the markets, and you can, you take advantage of his dry sardonic humor. Love John. He's a great trader, but also has some good sage advice for you. Then, if you want to talk options, join Jared and Megan. They're in action at 2 p.m. Once again in the webinar room. You can join them to talk options. Then we've got Lenny, who's back with us talking equities once again at 4 o'clock, and of course Thor at 8 p.m. Once again in the webinar room. Is ever popular Thursday mentorship session. I noticed that in the chat room, we also had a post that we've got a special webinar happening in Trading Terminal. If you go to the Academy in tradingterminal.com, there's often a number of events, and sometimes we have live events. We've got one happening tonight at 7 o'clock. Mike's going to be talking about a trader's journey to developing a winning strategy. So that's going to be happening in Trading Terminal. If you look at the comments, 9:10 a.m., you can see that for all of our members posted right there. They've got a link. You can use that tonight to go watch that webinar. You should be able to get the link from within Trading Terminal as well. So hopefully you'll check that one out. If you want to join us here at Bearable Traders, we live trade all day, and like yesterday, where we were having a ton of fun, not only trading crazy things like Nuke, but watching the drop in the market with awe, and watching some of our members have record days. Just trading the heck out of that drop in the market, then you want to join us here in the chat room. You can do so at bearabletraders.com, and we got a number of membership options you can see from the intro right through to the elite annual, which is always your best deal. So check it out, and hopefully you will join us here at some point soon. Don't forget, our boot camp is opening in January, the 14th edition of this boot camp. We have run this a number of previous times, and this is the 14th time. So we've had the opportunity to mentor a lot of traders as they get going on their journey and they want to accelerate that plan. If you don't know what it's about, but you're thinking, how do I sort of move this thing faster? How do I get some more discipline in my trading? Then consider the boot camp. It is not recommended for brand new traders. It's really for traders with a little bit of experience who really want to sort of drive that growth faster. So check it out at peakcapitaltrading.com. You can get all the information on the boot camp. If you have any questions, you can email me, you can email Mike or Carlos even. We're all available, happy to answer your questions and help you under what you would get out of it and what the value would be. Again, check it out. That trading bootcamp starts in the beginning of January. So first week of January, we get going with that, and it goes for 3 full months. So if you're interested, go to peakcapitaltrading.com and you can get more information. Set some levels, Carlos. Then we'll let people quickly know what our moderators are watching, and we'll get ready for this open because it's coming up on us pretty quick.
Yes, it is. It's flying torsos here. All right, friends, let's go through this again. There's so many things to look at. I was going through it, trying to see if how can I minimize or switch things around, but there's just a lot of great stuff to look at this morning. MSTR, we'll start there, and I also have coin on my secondary just in case. 370 is the high of the pre-market, the low down at 360.80. So once you do that, man, you are pretty much set. Highs and lows are doing a great job surrounding you, the price action. You also have the previous day close, which has been an area of awesome support on this ticker. Every time we've been there on some red days, we managed a way to bounce back out of that. So we tested that yesterday, a little gap up this morning. Let's see how that's going to continue. MSTR loves to sell off. Look at this daily. Every time it gets gaps up, nice little sell off. Look at all those sell off days. It's just a couple of green days here. So this thing loves to sell down, especially this major one there. So interesting. We'll see what it does today as it's gapping up, and as we get closer to the market open. POTR has been one that we've been watching very closely quite a bit the last couple of days. High of the pre-market 70.09. Towards the bottom, we're looking at 72.36. So right over here, that's the low of the pre-market. And another one where you just have tons of levels. You're stuck between these two ranges here, 78 and what seems to be, we'll call it 71. Just look at the back and forth action here. So we're smack in the middle of that. Mark down the highs and lows of the last two trading days, and out of that, you're all set. You got plenty of support and resistance given that range that we are stuck in. Looking at Tesla, beautiful, clean daily. A little bit, reminds me a little bit like Apple. So I have Apple on my list as well. Very clean move towards the upside here. A little bit of weakness given the last couple of hours of the day of the trading here. 456.69 is the high of the pre-market. Your low is at 445.22. So once you do that, another one where the highs and lows of the last two trade days are doing an amazing job for you. Do not need to add anything else on Tesla. So let's see if the clean trading continues for Tesla. We are again on SSR this morning, but you can still get filled on an uptick if you want to short this one. I have Nvidia on deck, guys. 7 million shares, tons of volume. High of the pre-market this morning at 133 flat there, and then also low of the pre-market 131. Another one as well, where again, because of the pullback we're getting over the last couple of days, we're slamming right into the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So we got all these levels here that are set. I don't think you need to add anything else. You got the support from the previous day close from yesterday down here, the low below from two trading days ago. So it's just a lot going on here. I don't think you need to complicate things. If there might be an error here that we don't have marked, I'm looking at the daily now, it's going to be 134.91. It's probably the only one that's not on there yet. Let's slam a level there, and I think you're all set when it comes to Nvidia. Again, volume is great. This stock can trade great, but I prefer Apple today. Apple looks good on the daily. High of the pre-market 248.60 is going to be on here for the high, the low 246.80. Once you do that, you are set, especially towards the top. As you're reaching those all-time high numbers there, you're pretty much covered. Towards the bottom, if we were to lose this big area of support that we had over the last looks like 7 trading days, we're going to have 245.27 down here, and then right over here we got the big level 2 at 242.17. That'll be a stretch after such a sell-off day yesterday, but it's up to the SPY and the Qs here to tell us what is next. Are we going to see some more weakness, or are we going to hold on here for a bit? High of the pre-market on MU after earnings today, we're gapping down. 92.92 is your high, and your low is over at 87. Love the volume this morning. 4.1 million shares traded. And look at the support you're getting from the highs and lows. No coincidence. Matching August and September daily levels. So we're going to look at 84 in case we do drop lower. Midpoint, there is an area here. Look how many days are flirting with that 89.30. So we definitely want to slam a level there. As you guys slam that thumbs up over on YouTube. Let me check how much you're sitting on here. Let's go ahead and look at the likes this morning. We asked for likes only once, right? We don't like to bother you guys and have you move your finger and hit a button with a mouse. I mean, it's just sounds like too much work. We don't like doing that, but it does help us out a ton. That's the only reason why we like to bother you here and there. We're at 141. If we could get more fingers moving over, and hitting that thumbs up, man, it makes us warm and fuzzy inside. And it's a season of giving, right? How can you not give a thumbs up during the season of giving? It's just not right. It's like 6 days left for Christmas. Don't mess this up, guys. Slam that thumbs up. Santa will take care of you. All right. That's our list, Peter. Let's go to you. Let's see what our team is watching this morning.
All right, Carlos, absolutely. All right, let's go quickly through. There's a lot of commonality on it. I'll just say everybody seems to be watching Tesla and Nvidia. So just assume that Tesla and Nvidia is pretty much on everyone's list, except for Thor. He's watching AMD and MSTR. Eamon says he's not trading today, so he's going to be taking a break. Phil is going to be watching Broadcom. I'm surprised it didn't trade all that well when I watched it the other day, but he's going to keep an eye on it. Apple, SMCI, MU, and AMD. Pierre is going to be watching MSTR, PLTR, Tesla, NVIDIA, and AMD, like I mentioned. Jared, the Magnificent Seven, the QBUT. I get the joke now. All right, so I'm back on track here. QUBT, and of course, BPTH, which he's already been trading. Megan, she's hitting the top two that we were talking about. I'm going to be watching those as well as AMD, Apple, MU. I shouldn't have AMD on that list twice, and PLTR. And Brian is going to be watching, well, NVIDIA, Tesla, MU, and PLTR. So, like I said, lots of commonality there. Got a couple of IPOs I will let the room know about when they open. And yeah, we are getting ready to go, guys. We are now, what are we looking at? Where's my clock? There it is. Okay, we're about 7.5 minutes away from the open. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm choking on myself here. All right. I think we're going to have a very interesting day today. We'll see. Sometimes the day afters are little, Brian likes to call them sometimes hangover days. After we have a big move, the market might settle down. But I just feel that that move was enough that we're going to get some interesting follow on price action today. Again, I honestly don't know whether it's going to be up or down, but it doesn't really matter as long as it moves. That's all I care about because I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO from missing that big drop down yesterday. I just wasn't convinced it was going to move that far. I got a great sort of bounce trade off of the interest rate announcement from the Fed, but then I missed the big drop. I was watching in awe. I just couldn't make my fingers move. So today we'll see what happens. So let's keep an eye on everything. Whatever you do, trade smart, everybody. I want you to have a great day. And you know, whatever we do, we want to take it towards the end of this week with some maturity and some excitement. So. Oh my goodness! Speaking of excitement, maybe not maturity.
What is
What,
going on?
Brian?
Look at that.
Are you
I
okay?
thought it was like Eminem or something coming on.
Yeah.
It's
What's
my, yeah,
happening?
Is that a
Peter
mop on
just
your
got,
head?
no, just got back from the hairdresser yesterday. I asked her for a little color, but got a little more than,
you're like a
You ask us
blue-haired
a
old
little, a
lady.
little more hip.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
well, there
That
you
is,
go.
is this why the
Anyway,
company
Brian.
Hims is dropping down here? What's going on here? Hims is
Always
falling
interesting.
apart. Did you buy something from them there? Try to grow your hair or something? What's happening, man?
Yeah. He licked a frog. Look
yeah,
what
see,
happened.
yeah. See, I was trying to get her to do something that doesn't make me look so bald in the camera, but there you go. That's what I ended up with.
I love it, Brian. Fantastic. All right, we'll hand it over to you for live trading. I assume that Andrew's going to be joining you. We haven't heard otherwise, right? So
I don't know. No, I haven't heard otherwise.
okay.
Anyway, let's share a screen here. And see what things look like this morning. Yeah, a bit of a bounce back after that route. It was taking everybody by surprise yesterday. Just the level of selling. Clearly, there was selling begat selling, and of course, we got into a bit of a gamma squeeze with some of the probably some of the options going way offside, and then market makers jumping in there. The guys writing the options having to sell too to hedge their positions. So yeah, it was quite the sell off. It's kind of an amazing couple of candles there on the 30-minute, 60-minute charts. But I'm going to watch Meta too, because Meta looks like it's kind of starting to break out here. But Tesla, you can see there's Bookmap. You can see we do have an order at 448. I've also got a big order up here at 460, but the orders have kind of thinned out here as we to the upside as we get closer to the open. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Sitting, hanging right around the VWAP, really hasn't done much for the whole morning, basically. It's just kind of stayed in the same spot. And got Amazon up here. Let's take a look at that. Oh, it's starting to move up here. Amazon's kind of looking interesting. I had a firm here. Firm actually had a pretty decent day compared to the rest of the docs, but it doesn't, it's not something I'm going to watch this morning. PLTR. Here's PLTR. PLTR is slowly moving up here. We do have an order at 75. Got an order at 73. So kind of balanced, but it does look like it's starting to move up here. Just probably going to have to wait for a few minutes. The open. And just seeing, let
Brian,
things settle out here. Yeah, go ahead.
we had a request for you to show MU if you could on the book
Sure.
map. They had earnings last night. It's of interest to people.
Yeah, really sold off. It's come back a bit. Let's see what MU looks like. MU's dropping here. So it's dropped below the VWAP, which is kind of interesting. Makes it a sort of candidate for a rising devil trade. Call the one that we wait for a pop up here at the open and then do a short. I'm a little bit cautious this morning. Not really sure. I'm not really sure where the market's going to head. Maybe we're just going to just take off here. Maybe we're going to chop around. Some people who got nervous about yesterday's move might want to just get out of the market. So I'm not really. I don't know what's going to happen here. So we got is that the 1 minute bell?
That is 1 minute. I invite any of our live traders, Paris, Thor, Lenny, anybody wants to
NUKK.
jump
Wow.
on and support Brian, that'll be great. Otherwise, I'll stick around with you, Brian, as we head to the open. I'm going to be watching MU.
Sure.
See if we get a rising devil. I'm not sure what to expect of it.
Megan thinks I'm Rambo. I like
I
that.
just want a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. The old Sylvester Stallone. Nvidia's dropping a bit. See, markets, the Qs are at high of the pre-market.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
There's the bell.
Here's the bell. I'm going to wait for a minute. I'm not sure. PLTR is kind of selling off a bit here. Let's just wait to see what happens.
I've gone short on MU. Didn't have a great entry. Moving my stop to break even. Took a partial.
Yeah, nice. PLTR popped and dropped.
Rising devil trade. I only got in at about 90, just $90.05 here. So I was hoping for a better entry, but I got a terrible fill.
We do have some orders down here at 88.
Yeah. Taking another partial. Yeah. Look at me. I'm trading the open.
Yeah, I just took a short there too as well. 89 at 89.05. That one will pop. Let's see if we get some further downside here. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, going to cover some here. 88.34. Beauty, beauty.
Hoping
Yeah,
hoping
it
for a move to
hesitated on.
88.
Yeah, I kind of hesitated on that one. It didn't really.
Oof.
I'll
Gonna
just
take another
take
partial
some more.
here on
Yeah,
MU.
me,
Oh, that was a great
myself
fill.
also. Yeah, yeah.
88.21
80.
is where I got filled
Yeah,
on
I got
that.
it. Yeah, that's where I got 88.22.
Oh,
Got some
okay.
big
Aha,
orders
beat you by a
still in.
penny.
You did. You got me.
Yeah, Kyle.
There's
There
some
you
still
go.
some
This
big
is
orders there.
pretty good
See
trade
what
here.
happens
Let me
here.
just post this for our members. You can see my trades so far. Rising Devil.
Qs are bouncing. Qs are picking that up. SPY is breaking out.
If we get back to 90, I'm probably going to get out of this. I don't want to get caught in a squeeze.
Yeah, it's right at my break even now. See what
I
it
see
does.
some
It
orders sitting
might
at
come back up
90.
to the V. Yeah, it might come back up to the VWAP and then reject again. I'm
Yeah,
out of it
that's true.
now. Let's see what. Let's see. Oh crap!
Oof. Oh my
Look at that
God.
drop.
Look at
Oof.
the look at the drop. Wow, that was 70
Oh my
cents in a
goodness.
second right there. So
I know
yeah.
that was crazy. That was
Wow.
that was crazy. I never seen anything like that. Of course, I said that yesterday, but the market selling off. It's nuts. Well, this is a little crazy. We do still have these orders at 88 and 80, 87.50,
What's Tesla doing?
87.
Tesla's chopping around.
Yeah, Tesla's not doing anything. Nvidia's selling off. MU and Meta sold off. Oh shit! PLTR is taking off here. I got distracted.
Yeah.
It's always a problem.
Nuke looks like it's halted here. Yeah, it's halted to the downside.
Nuke's going
Nuke,
nuclear in the
Nuke's
wrong
getting
way.
nuked. It's got a meltdown.
I
There's
was
a
about to say
meltdown
that.
at
I
Nuke.
was going to say it's having a meltdown.
Oh, there you go.
Damn it.
Too easy. Too easy.
There we go.
Percival, that's good. Nuke, 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 nuke,
Percival.
nuke.
Okay. So we're short.
Right, come on.
Short Nvidia again.
MU.
I really believe that it's going to go into this 88 level now.
You mean MU?
Yeah, MU. Yes. It's big orders there. It's a big order back
I'm
up
still
to the VWAP.
still holding my short here in MU. I'm hoping to get below 88, like you said, Brian, down to the 87 would be my target for next partial.
I got back into it. Come on. So
my stop is now above VWAP, so that's good.
There we go.
Okay, I got Paris in the room. If you want to duck out, Peter.
Oh, excellent. Good morning, Paris.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning,
How are
sir.
you guys? What a shot, Peter.
just-
What a shot. I love you.
Yeah.
That was a good.
Oh, I love you too, buddy. Let's see
There
if
we
I
go.
can love
Now
MU.
we're getting.
I need MU to get below 88 here. Then I can say it.
Here.
So I'm short Tesla,
Oh.
guys. I'm short Tesla.
Oh, it's sitting right at 88.
Nice.
There's a buyer right at 88, not letting it drop. See
Yeah,
if they can
I've
step out of
covered
the
some
way.
there.
Beauty.
I've covered
So
some
Tesla dropping,
8801.
guys.
Nice.
There it is.
Love you.
Come on.
I am.
Yeah, there we go.
Love you,
There we
MU.
go. Oh yeah. Oh, love it. Love it. Excellent.
We're just full of love.
Tesla drops to 440.
Oh, yeah. See, MU is getting a lot of support here at 88. Let's see. Got to get that
Nvidia is weak
fire
too.
out of the way. Here it goes. Let's go.
Nvidia's weak too. You're right.
Yeah, Nvidia was a very good shot. That was a very good pullback on an ABCD pattern. Tesla is dropping, so which is
Yeah, nice.
very nice. 445.
87.50 here on MU.
Here we
87.40.
Here we go.
Come on. 30.
Nice.
20.
Nice,
Ah,
nice.
I love you, man.
And now I
Love
can
you,
officially. I
Nvidia.
love
Y'all
you,
are done.
MU.
Oh, very good. I'm
Here
short
we go.
Tesla with you with
87.10.
using. I'm short Tesla
I'm
with
not going to
you
get
using
greedy. I'm going to
calls.
take a partial. Taking another partial here in MU. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Man, I am done for the day, guys. I am done. I'm sharing my screen, guys. I don't know if I'm sharing my screen.
Not yet. Wow. It's a great morning for
So,
me.
so you guys should be able
Yeah.
to see my
A lot of
screen,
them
guys.
ticked.
Yeah,
A lot
I'm
of them
just
ticked MU
just
there.
covering some more 87 15. Woo, beauty.
So 440 is coming. So 440 to PDC. Man, it's not even like 7 minutes, and I've captured $14 move on it.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's nice.
Well,
I'm selling some
very
some of my puts at $15. I'm
Man,
I'm long
Nvidia is
the
weak too.
I'm long the 450 puts. That was nice.
Wow. Yeah. Tesla's got a good move down here. I'm going to nurse this MU trade. I'm going to grab some breakfast. I'll leave it to you, Paris and Brian. Love you both. Have a
Yeah.
great morning.
Very good,
We'll
Peter.
talk to you later.
Very good.
Very
Very
nice
good. Very
trade
good.
on MU, Peter. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you. Very happy with it.
Yeah.
Nuke got halted again to the downside.
Yeah, careful with if you're in
What
nuke,
got
man.
halted?
It's what?
Which one got halted?
NUKK.
NUKK. Oh wow.
It's
Man,
a low
how
float.
do you
Yeah,
trade
it's a
this?
low.
78
I don't
to
know.
68. 68 to 60. How do you
I
trade
know
this,
it's
guys?
a low float. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Man, MU was such a great trade. Had I not taken Tesla, I would have been an MU.
Yeah, MU gave a nice. It kind of surprised me. I was waiting for it to pop up a little more, but didn't do it.
Yeah, me too. I was actually thinking maybe 92 would be a rising devil trade. Like if it pops to
Yeah.
92, I would short it. And but it never gave that chance. But Tesla worked out really nice. So Tesla is doing a pullback. So we'll see how it does a pullback.
Mm, mm. I just flipped my position to long. I'm long the 450 calls now.
Oh wow, now it's
Wow.
gonna what
Yeah, 10. I'm going to sell some at $10.
I'm adding
And
more on
10.15
Tesla,
filled.
shorted more on Tesla
It's coming up to the view app.
at
I'm
the
going to
view
get out
up.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm out of the rest of it.
I think
10.10
it's
again.
nice. So rejected really nice from there. Very
Yeah.
nice. But now it's coming back up, which is not good, to be honest. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
it's hard to say where it is. Trying to find a level here.
Very nice.
The
Very nice.
Qs popped and now selling off.
So I wanted to make a new 1 minute low. If that happens, that would be nice. It did reject, dropped like $3, but now it's coming back up. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, look at MU. Look at the book map on MU. What a clear, really clear pattern there. That's
Everything is going up now, so uh, things are SPY is looking strong. We'll see if it fails from here. I wanna see it makes a new 1 minute low. It's not actually. I think it's gonna squeeze to the
yeah,
upside. Now this is a long.
MU's popping. Yeah. Yeah.
This feels like a long now. There's no
Yeah. I'm
rejection.
just
Uh,
yeah, I got back long on these calls. Yeah, Nvidia's popping.
yeah, no weakness, guys. This is gonna pop. This is gonna squeeze me. The buyers keep stepping up. Okay. 450 close below 450. I'm adding a little more on the Tesla short for it to work. Let's see if it has a little bit of selling pressure takes over. It doesn't look weak though. It's look bullish more than bearish.
Let's
But
see,
I'm
it's
hoping
right
the
at
new
the
sellers
view
would
app. It's
drop the
right at the
price.
view app right now.
Let's say it made a new 1 minute low. Let's see if it closes below that. So let's see what it does here. This would just be a trap, or if it's not a trap, then it becomes a goes to PDC. So let's see if it
Hmm.
is just a trap or it actually sells off. Uh, yeah, the buyers keep stepping up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in it. I'm
I'm
not in
adding a
any
little more,
position right
guys.
now.
Ah, it never filled me. Fuck, it never filled me. Uh,
That's a
okay.
trader term. Hey, it's
So okay, now
rejecting
it's
a bit
dropping, guys. So
here.
now it goes to PDC. I think very good chance it goes to PDC, guys. Ah, nice. Love you, man. What an
Oh,
ad.
nice. Yeah, there you go. There's a P. Yeah, good rejection right at the view app.
Yeah, yeah. Now I feel like it's gonna. Uh, this goes to PDC if it
Hmm.
holds below here. It deserves PDC. Tesla, you deserve PDC.
Yeah, MU. That was a nice. Damn, could have been a good short there, right at the top. MU's going back to PLTR. All right. Tesla's trying to hold there.
I think it's gonna drop. It's
Hmm.
now it feels like it's gonna drop.
Still hanging
Let's
around below
see.
those moving
Yeah, it's hanging
averages.
around that, which is very true. I'm thinking of adding more if it rejects one more time. It didn't.
Hmm. Qs are popping up again.
Yeah, the SPY is going back up too. So, so I think I'll have to get stopped out. My average is 452. Uh, let's see. I'm actually adding more. I'm adding more to Tesla. Short. This would be the final chance where it has to work. If it doesn't work, I'll get stopped out. Let's see. Let's see. Drop the pre-market low. Drop, drop, drop. This 446 is holding, so but buyers keep stepping up, man.
Yeah, Nvidia's going to move up here by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, I think Tesla's gonna squeeze too. So I am gonna get out my four above 451. Yeah, it is. So Tesla is still holding, guys. So buyers are keep stepping up. So it's not looking bearish now. It's looking more bullish. They keep holding the price. I think it's just a matter of time. Tesla is gonna squeeze to the upside.
Just trying to see what we got on Bookmap
Yeah, it's
here.
trying to hold, but if it fails here, then we'll see the PDC. But it's just a very indecision thing. I can't like that. Even the tape is not giving me a clear signal. It's
Yeah,
at one point it feels very bullish, and then the second, yeah, it's the second time like the sellers take over and just. I'm adding a little more on the short side. I'm adding a little more on the short side.
mm,
This 450 is definitely a area that is a decision maker. So, but it looks more
I just
bullish just because I have an average. I'm trying to use that. My stop loss is above 451, my break even point. I mean, I think it's gonna squeeze now.
I think feels like it.
It's gonna squeeze now. Squeeze. Don't squeeze, but I feel like it's gonna squeeze now.
It's hard to say. The Qs and the SPY kind of popped up, and now they're doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm getting out, guys. I think it's gonna squeeze. I think it's gonna squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Boom,
Yeah, there you
boom.
go. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it
This
just popped up.
is yeah. I got out, guys. I'm all out. Yeah, but that's that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think that's how
long.
you manage your trade as well, guys. I think that's how you manage your trade.
I got long some the calls there just as we started to move up. So I'm long some calls on Tesla 450s again. See if it
So I don't want to get
See if
long
we
either.
squeeze.
I know that there's a lot of bullish behavior on Tesla right now. I think it's gonna squeeze to the highs, but I think it's gonna be like it's gonna mess around a little bit here.
Yeah, I think you're
It's gonna
right.
be
I think it's gonna be a dog's breakfast here for a while.
yeah around 450 area.
What we
What
got
was
here?
MU
What else
doing?
going
MU
on?
is actually
MU came back up. MU is still struggling though.
yeah MU
Struggling
is
to get
still
above
struggling. It's
the
down 16%.
yeah,
Guys,
struggling to get above.
I'm taking a short Nvidia. I'm taking a short Nvidia. Ha! What a squeeze on the upside. Not working. I'm thinking of looking for the break of 131. Let's see if it drops the 131.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know if Brent have me or
Yeah,
not.
good morning. Yeah,
Oh, you
we
have me.
got you.
Good morning,
Oh,
everybody.
Andrew is back.
Back I am.
Okay,
Sorry, I was
I
in a
will.
meeting. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Paris. If you want to jump off,
Yeah.
I
Thank
am
you.
here
Yeah,
back. Sorry, I was in a meeting in
awesome.
my bed, and it took a little bit longer than expected. We discussed some issues. I'm sorry.
So
Um,
who else was in the meeting?
it was me, my dreams, and a bunch of my buddies. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yesterday was crazy, huh? Today, Tesla. I mean, I went long Tesla,
hmm
as the parents called it, for a squeeze. Not really super keen for this situation here, but we'll see. Spies up. Brian, what's your life about? QBT got
Well, I had
destroyed, huh?
some. Yeah, I got a good trade on Micron, the Rising Devil. Peter was on at the same time. Took that trade. He actually did. I think he did a better execution than I did, but we got that
Nice.
trade in, and now shorted a little bit of Tesla. Tesla looks like it's, and I've gone long Tesla a few times as well. So
How's everybody doing in the chat room? I'm long Tesla, as Paris called it, 451.80. I want to see if you can hold it, if you can break through these moving averages on 5-minute chart or not. Well, we'll see. Um, PLTR is up super strong. Yeah, I saw PLTR.
yeah, PLTR strong. Yep.
Yeah, let's see if Tesla can survive this. IWM is hitting. Market was gapping up and now setting off a little bit.
Yep.
PLTR, yeah, everything looks like it's. But Tesla is crazy. Like it went almost to red and then bounced back. It's just this level of volatility.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy. All right, so Tesla is setting off now. I'm
Yeah.
getting out of
Setting off
Tesla.
now.
I'm all out of Tesla. So it couldn't hold it. So I got to stop out. If it comes back up, there's always a chance to get back in there. But SimCI is dead. QUBT also died significantly, down 27%.
Yeah. And
AVGO
and
dropped.
this NUKK has been halting a couple times to the downside.
PRFX is crazy, huh? PRFX is the crazy one. 450 pain reform. Wow. 450% is going to get halted now. Wow. Right.
Oh,
Betting
look
back
at
up. I'm going to
Tesla
get back
squeeze
long on
back up.
Tesla. I'm going to get back long on Tesla, 452. Get partial fills on that. Let's see if you can go back for the high of the break of high of the day. You got a partial fill
Wow.
on that. Well, let's see if you can fill or not. What's that company?
Well, that was
PRFX. Pure Reform. What are they reforming here?
hmm,
Pure Reform. That's crazy. Never heard of that company before.
QUBT.
It's the
Yeah,
market.
Tesla is just screwing around. It's up and down, up and down. It's just hanging around the VWAP. Meta, MU's back up. MU's getting back to the VWAP here. Let's take a look at what it looks like on Bookmap. Yeah, it's been quite choppy as well, but now we're getting some buying interest.
Adding a little bit more on Tesla, 452. We'll see if we can go back up. PRFX is interesting. What's the float on PRFX? 1 million share float, huh? It's not good.
PRFX, wow. It's halted.
Yeah, it is crazy. LTR is also not
It's
doing
going to
anything.
be
What time is it? 7, huh?
this is going to be the
MU is down
appraisal.
15%. Wow.
Yeah, it
What
was,
happened with MU earning?
yeah, earnings last night.
Wow. That is not fun. Coin. Coin is crazy.
Mm.
What are people are doing in the chat room? What are you trading, guys?
QUBT, not shortable.
Yeah, QUBT is still not shortable. It's really losing it. Tesla is still above the VWAP. We'll see. PRFX. Let's see what's gonna halt happens on that.
That's got another roughly 2 minutes before the halt. If it's a 5-minute
Yeah.
halt,
What a
PLTR,
candlestick on SPY, huh? SPY back to
yeah,
pre-election. What a candlestick.
yeah.
What a crazy day was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh,
Crazy.
that was absolutely insane.
Yeah, these candlesticks are crazy. Like post-election. All the post-election gains are gone. Boom. On not on Qs,
Just
but I
like
think
that.
on SPY. Yeah, they're all Qs are still significantly higher, so they're still reversion to the mean. One thing that
As they
you can
say,
never argue is the reversion to the mean.
shorted PLTR for this move down to this pool of liquidity at 75. I'm already out of it.
Tesla, I'm still long on Tesla, guys. Let's see if Elon Musk can do it something for us.
PLTR still looks weak.
Yeah, the longer that Tesla stays here, a little bit more trickier. Let's see if it's gonna go for the break or no. Loses the VWAP, I'm gonna get stopped out.
Oh, look at PLTR. PLTR is going to drop some more here. What's MU doing? PLTR's got an order at 74, but it's not really a big one. I don't know if it's going to drop some more here. Yeah, we're just getting into some chop here. NVIDIA is looking kind of interesting, maybe. I don't know. Hanging around the VWAP and the moving averages. Everything's kind of coming together here, so there's no signals.
Bonds are
Oh,
still down.
PLTR.
TLT down.
Damn. Damn. Yeah. So yields are popping here. Of course, that's not good
Muy
for
bien.
utilities. Muy bien.
MU is testing 86 so far. 8604. This is a level, a really interesting level that we had back in August and September. Okay, PRFXR is back on PRFX. Wow. This one is going. What's the news on it? Got a long on it at 13. Let's see. What's the news on PRFX? That is
I don't know.
crazy.
It's a one of these low float,
I know. This is
insanity.
very, very
Look at
dangerous,
that.
guys. Be careful on that. I just get a quick long on it for a quick pop above the 15. Some PRFX. Let's see if we're gonna go break the 15 or not. There you go. Oh, that is crazy. Getting out a little bit more on that before we get halted again. Oh, oh. Now it's gonna get halted on the way down. All right, Tesla. I'm still long on Tesla, guys. 448. Let's see what's gonna do in the. Yeah, this one is crazy, guys. Be careful on PRFX. Gonna get added a little bit on Tesla, long 448. Let's see if this one. Oh shit. Let's see if Tesla can hold above the VBAT. RMAX KMX is hitting the scanner. Wow, it's sold off too. Wow. Wow, what a move on KMX was that. CarMax. I remember that we were trading it.
CarMax. Yeah, it's CarMax.
Jose, how did you short QUBT and QBTS? Is it through options? Because there's no shorts available.
I don't know.
33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's optionable or not.
Is it through
I mean, that
Robinhood
would
you can
be
do that kind of betting? Isn't it?
well. Yeah, I don't. If you can't, if there's no options, you can't use options. Obviously, I don't know if it's optionable. Let's take.
Wow. Pierre, what a short on AMD. Pierre did a really amazing short on AMD. Wow. It's nice. Wow. This PRFX is going to go to 17. What's the news on it? Pain reform. Did they reform the pain? Pain reform.
Actually, you can't. They actually Qubit does have short, does have options. So I guess you can. I'm guessing that the options are incredibly expensive, and probably the spread on them is probably brutal.
Your QUBT of 17. Nice long, Jared. Jared went long QUBT. Still long in this Tesla. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but let's see. URFX popping up to 17. This one keeps running, huh? Yeah, I know. PRFX, you got to trade it very, very small share size. That's the only way that you can survive. Like if you take a big size on PRFX, you're going to be very
Yeah,
having a heart
you
attack
might
very
be.
soon.
Yeah, you might be. You might be cleaning out your account. 16 now, eh? Tesla might be holding here. The Qs and the SPY are selling off though, which would make me nervous
Yeah, Tesla
about
also.
that.
I'm not really keen on Tesla.
Nvidia's dropping. Nvidia's at low of day.
Getting out of Tesla, guys. I'm out of Tesla again, guys. I should even completely. Yeah, Tesla doesn't have any momentum to the upside for now. Market is not a market that
Market's
wants
selling
to
here.
get a bad loss today on this Tesla. SPY is going down 0.4.
Yeah, SPY and Qs look particularly close to the previous day close now, so there's a big order on Nvidia at 129.
Nvidia is also selling off. Tesla might go back again for the low of the day. We'll see. We might take another long on Tesla. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, there's a big bounce on Tesla, or Nvidia, I should say.
Buys 0.5%. Qs are only 0.3%, and IWM is going to go back red. So all of these just for half a point, just half a point caught.
Well,
That's it.
no,
This drama.
I think it wasn't the cut. I mean, everybody expected the half point. What it was,
No, the one that they don't
is
do next year.
yeah, no, it was. I think they're sort of the comments he made about future rate cuts. I don't think the market really liked that too much. Sort of scaling back expectations, but I kind of thought people were already kind of accepting that. But anyway, you just never know till
All of this drama just for that.
yeah. I think it was partly a kind of an excuse to sell. Felt like it.
All this drama for half a. All right, so in that case, we're going to take a long on NVDA 130.58. I'm going to get a long on NVDA double bottom.
Yeah, it's
Get a big
could
size
go
on it.
back
Let's
up
see if you can go to
to
above the VWAP.
could go back up to the VWAP here, 131.
The Arionex, was it? I think next year was expected 2 and
Well, that's what
sorry,
they're
3, and then they said
saying.
that not 2.
Yeah, but they don't know that. That's the crazy part, right? They don't. Nobody knows if what some of the policies that are going to be put in place, if they're going to be inflationary or not. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just guessing.
Yeah, the Fed dots plan is essentially just the thought now. As the data comes in, they're changing their mind.
Yeah.
All right, so and NVIDIA is going up, guys. Adding a little bit more on
Nice.
NVIDIA here, 131. Let's see if NVIDIA can close above the VWAP. Tesla.
I took some long with you. I'm just selling at 131. I got in almost exactly when you did.
Brian, I told you let's sell some calls on Tesla yesterday. You said no. You would have been. Amazing.
I'm already short some calls on AVGO, so.
All right, things are bouncing back. I'm also back long on Tesla at 448. No, sorry, not 448. 448.
MU's at low of day. No love.
Come on, bounce.
No
Come
love.
on. All right, NVIDIA is going up. See if NVIDIA closes above the VWAP or not. Same as Tesla. This is the third trade I'm doing on Tesla. PLTR is going up. So MU had the earning, got destroyed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Micron used to be super. Yeah, this one is also.
See how NVIDIA manages the VWAP here. I've scaled out of most of my position now, but looks like we're gonna keep going here.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to go to maybe 131.80 is that partially.
Mm.
Nice. It's a very nice double bottom. Let's see if we can actually break above the VWAP. We need a little bit of a momentum to the upside. December 19. Hey, it goes down to history as good trading. Oh, there you go. Nice. Come on, NVDA. Go higher. I don't want to partial anytime. Come on, NVDA.
Looking good now.
There you go.
132 maybe. Yeah.
Anyone with us?
All right. I'm taking some more off here. 131.60.
No, I haven't
Sweet.
partial yet.
Sweet.
Come on. 131.80. Anyone in this with us? 31.80. Come on. Yes. Partial out some. Let's see if Tesla can go up to long also Tesla, guys.
We're going to 32, 132 by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like very nice. Yeah. Anyone in YouTube with us?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, come on. Wow, what a comeback. Look at that. V reversal. Talk about a V reversal.
Nice.
Jeez.
Abby's probably making $55,000 with options on that.
Here we go. Just sold the rest to 132.
No, don't sell the rest. It's gonna go up. This is super strong. If anything, you should add. Don't chicken out, Brian.
Well, maybe a pullback.
Stay with me. Look at this 5 minute beauty of 5 minutes.
Q's came ripping back.
Nice. Only thing that we want is Tesla to pop up, and then we don't need anything from universe. I'm adding a little bit on NVIDIA here, 131.90. I think NVIDIA, this candlestick is super nice. It might actually go to 5 minute. There's a moving average here. Adding a little bit here. We'll see. Q's also squeezing above the VWAP.
Yeah, Meta's come back up as well. Tesla's still struggling at that sort of 450, 451 area.
Tesla is very disappointing today.
Yeah, Tesla's just not doing anything. See that, looking at how many shares he owns, he lost $26 billion yesterday on that drop. Musk.
Elon Musk? I don't think he's counting it daily though.
No, I hope not. Because he's up probably what is like hundreds of billions probably since the election.
Yeah,
it's just kind of funny. It all kind of puts in perspective when what's a lot of money to somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm personally also not counting my money every day. All right, so NVIDIA is popping. I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA. Hopefully that NVIDIA can go up another one. Like the moving average on 5 minutes is 132.40. My average on NVIDIA is 131.20. Let's see if I now get a stop now. Tesla also super. Yeah, Tesla really have no momentum to the upside.
No, it's struggling. Man,
My
AMD,
God,
what a
humanity.
great
As Brian says, oh my God, humanity.
AMD, what an amazing short that would have been since October. It was trading just around 180 and 75.
As Brian says, oh my God, humanity.
The humanity.
All right, so let's see if NVIDIA, these ads are going to destroy me or not. My ads are, my stop loss is now the Weave app, Tesla also. Hate you, Tesla.
Apple's moving up here. Apple's breaking out.
Up 1.2%. Apple also sold off yesterday. Apple is super strong. Apple is really strong on the daily chart too. All right, so NVIDIA is going back. Market is trying to rip higher. Q's coming, getting above the Weave app. Let's see if NVIDIA can break off high today. Tesla, I'm still long. Let's see if Tesla can also move with the market or not. ERFX, guys, be
Tesla.
careful. It's going back up.
PRFX. Yeah, it's a. Did it come out of a halt? No, not really. It's had 2 halts so far. This is going to be, it's probably going to be one of these stocks that gaps up in the morning tomorrow.
PRFX, yeah, possibly.
Yeah. What do they do? No trades for me right
Pure
now,
reform.
guys.
They do pure reform.
Yeah.
Pain reform, sorry, yeah.
Pain reform. They were trading up over $50 back in April.
So it's
Wow. Losing money.
these short squeeze days.
Yeah.
Let's see if NVIDIA wants to go back up or not.
Let's take a look here. So what does Tesla look like on the book map? Yeah. Just too choppy.
Yeah, Tesla is definitely struggling to go higher.
It's just,
NVIDIA
it's probably gonna resolve one way or another. Question is, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be the buyers or the sellers? Because right now it's sort of in a range. Kind of looks like the sellers.
I think it depends on Q's too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was one question that in YouTube somebody asked, what happens based on your experience? What happens into days after the big sell-off? So also that's $1 billion question. So sometimes,
Yeah.
depending on the news, sometimes the market needs a day to digest, and then a small bounce. Sometimes these small bounces called dead cat bounce. Means that it'll pop up a little bit, but eventually sell off. But because yesterday was super big, 3%, I don't think SPY is going to go back up 3%. So we might actually trade a little bit here in this range, consolidate, and then find another direction.
Yeah.
And these kind of drops are kind of very healthy for the market. Pullbacks are super healthy for the market. I wouldn't personally be too worried about my portfolio.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, I've scaled out of a lot of my positions. Some of my long-term positions just gone to a little more cash.
More cash. All right. So no, this Tesla definitely wants to destroy
Yeah,
us.
I'm
I'm gonna get out
short.
of my
I'm
Tesla.
short. Yeah, I'm short some. I'm short Nvidia with 450 puts.
Yeah, all right. Nvidia is coming back to my break-even point too. I'm gonna stop that on Nvidia.
There we go.
Yeah,
Just
bad day in life for me.
selling at $12. Ooh, big drop, more
Wow.
big drop. Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back at bathroom break.
All right. This is what I call my waterfall trade, because it's you kind of see here we put in this high, we put in a lower high and then a lower high, and you can kind of see we're starting to dribble off here, and that's what I call my that's a sort of a waterfall setup. And then when we broke this low here, just a confirmation that that we are heading lower. So we may be going down to 440. Wow, just selling another couple puts at 13. Excellent. Yeah, Qs are back at low of day or very close. Same with the SPY. We're just we're kind of selling off here. Like I said, there's a big order on Tesla at 440 right here. I don't know if we're going to get to it, but we'll just hold on to some puts and see where we end up. Oh, we're coming down. This is nice. I'm going to take another couple puts off at 14, 450s. I'm using options here, guys. You don't have to use options. You can just short the stock, obviously, but buying puts is another way to go short. It's a highly leveraged way to go short. Just have to be make sure you get the direction right, because you can lose a lot of money as well. Here we go. Look at this, another big volume bar push to the downside here on Tesla. Paris, this is. I wondered if you. I wondered if you were in there. Got back in. Nice. Tesla. Paris has fallen in love with Tesla again. Gary is with me on this trade. That's great. Awesome. Oh, you shorted from 450. Beauty. Oh, nice, Gary. You got in the same options I did. Beauty from 450. That would have been, that's a good trade too. Yeah, I'm in my options at 1050. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're going to get to 15 bucks. We're going to dig into these this pool of liquidity that's sitting right here, maybe. Come on, come on, give me 15. There we go. 15, bang. All right. That's PDC. We're going to bounce here, guys. I'm all out. Pretty sure we're going to bounce here. Wow, look at these options. 1560 now. All right. So you just got to have patience. Patience to, well, it's still going to drop. Sometimes Tesla will do this. It'll just go a little bit below where the PDC is, and then it'll pop back up again.
All right. So, oh, Tesla went so red.
Yeah, I know. I was short with
Told you,
options,
Brian.
so yeah. And
oh, Qs are gonna go red.
our buddy Paris loves Tesla again.
Very nice. Right, Tesla is, yeah, Tesla's super red.
It's still going down. That little bounce there just didn't really amount to anything.
Very nice.
Maybe he's going to bounce here now. Going to
That's
get a
short
bit more
band.
of a bounce. Here comes the
Texas
bounce
going
on
down.
Tesla. Yeah, here's the bounce. We bounced off of on the Qs. We've bounced off the previous day close. So we've given back almost all those gains we had. The Dow's still doing pretty good.
Yeah, I was still holding up. Yes.
I know. Hey, it's still making me look bald. It's making me look even more bald. Hey, don't you like my hair? Andrew's had a. I got my hair done.
I'm watching.
What? Oh, okay.
Let me see. No. Wait. I haven't seen. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's really cute.
Do you like it?
Brand, it's awesome. That's why the number of the viewers and followers are going up.
Yes, go. Exactly. Yeah, we're into. Yeah, this is the kind of day where you don't want. We were so used to having these days where we where the buyers come in, and I think there's been some. We like to call it technical damage. There's been some technical damage sort of done to people's mindset. Because even yesterday, I mean, we kept saying, as the market was selling off, we kept waiting for those buyers to come back in and buy the market back up, but they didn't show up. We just kept selling, kept selling, kept selling, and I think that kind of people thinking that you can just buy dips kind of took the wind out of their that theory. Yeah, it works until it doesn't. So Tesla's bounced here. Let's see the SPY. At least the Qs are bouncing off the yesterday's close. We're still green on the SPY. So the question is, where is Tesla going here? Is it going to sell back off again, or are we going to get another leg up? It's going to depend partly
Yes,
on what
that's true.
the market's doing. I think it's going to sell off again by the looks of it. Maybe go back down, test the low of the day.
Nuke is also getting constantly. Wow, shit, from
Getting
78 to
nuked.
42. Wow,
Wow.
this is another reminder of staying away from these kind of garbage stocks, guys.
Just really, really hard to trade. They jump all over the place. So Tesla's down right at PDC, right yesterday's close. It is still under the 9 and the 20 EMA, which means to me it's still weak, still downtrend in place. It's coming. Don't trust it enough
So
to.
not great, guys, not great.
Don't trust it enough to short it again. I see Dushan in YouTube shorted Nvidia. Nice.
Yeah, it's common, Jordan. So the very small cap companies, it's common that nobody's providing any opening, any interest in them. And even if there was contracts, it would have been very, very expensive because the volatility is super high on them. So again, it's like buying an insurance for a nuclear bomb, or
Yeah.
who insures that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the
Well,
situation.
because it's so volatile, the market makers, a lot of them that are selling these options are just asking a massive premium, and so yeah, like I said, if you get the options wrong on these, they're already volatile in price, and if you get their options side of it wrong, and it can really wipe out your account. It's yeah, it's and this usually the spread on those. I haven't looked at the spread on these options. Can actually take a look.
Like for example, Nuke right now for the calls, there's nothing. But for the puts, and I don't see anything here. There's no option chain at all. Oh no, actually I put it wrong.
There might not be an option
Nuke.
chain on that one. There is one on QUBT.
I was entering the NUKK, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing
It
in
might
there.
it might be that it's
Nobody
not optionable. Yeah, it's not. It's probably not optionable.
QUBT. Yeah, QBT
So
has some, but you know what? Yeah, QBT has some. Options of QUBT. Right now it's trading at 16, huh? Yeah.
yeah,
QUBT has good options, eh? Yeah,
yeah,
but
they're
Nuke
not.
doesn't have
They're
any.
actually not that bad. Yeah, 170 by
Not that bad, yeah.
190 for the 16 calls.
Yeah. Good, fairly good open interest. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I think QUBT trades
PFR.
much better because they didn't get halted either. So I think it's like 75 million shares float. So the float is also much higher.
PRFX is going up. Yeah, Tesla's catching a bit of a bid here. We're getting through the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, coming up to the 20. They're pretty close together.
Okay.
There are some
Bounce
orders
back from the
showing up
previous.
here at 450 again. So buyers did kind of step in here on both Nvidia and Tesla.
Yeah, bounce back from the previous day close very nicely.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely.
So, a lot of stuff not doing much of anything today. Amazon really trading in a pretty narrow range. Apple's seems to have some buyers. What's Alphabet doing? Alphabet, again, trading in a pretty narrow range.
SSO is getting destroyed. Is it because of MU? I don't think SOXL has MU in there. Does it?
I don't know.
Does SOXL has MU?
I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, we. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go NVDA. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go NVDA long now. If it squeezes above the VWAP, maybe. Same as Tesla. Like I got chopped up on Tesla. I don't want to anticipate a long on that.
Hmm.
Oh, 740. Okay, guys, any question? Does anyone has any question? SOXL has 3% in MU. Okay, yeah, that's why. That's why SOXL is super weak. Broadcom, MU is 18%. Broadcom, AVGO, that's also down 1%. So IG is asking a question. Brian, is your share size always the same, or depending on the setup, you go different tiers?
I use different tiers. Just depends on the price of the stock. Might depend a little bit on how confident I feel on the trade. So if I'm using options, same thing. Could be I kind of size my position according it's a bit feel. It's never the same. I shouldn't say it's never the same, but it's it's just up and down a little bit. Someone's asking about explaining the playbook setups you used to trade Tesla. Yeah, Qubit, these are really unpredictable. I mean, the problem with Qubit, it's been in play for 3 days, and now
Yeah.
these low float sort of trades, like they kind of come and go. You know, people get all excited about them for a couple days, and then they move on to the next shiny object. Um, like NUK, this is the 3rd day, but it's again, it's kind of played out now. So this is the first day on PRFX. So expect a few more days of volatility with this one as well. They're really unpredictable.
Yeah, that
I'd
is
watch
the
this one. Yeah, end of day here.
main problem.
Yeah, Nvidia looks like it might want to go higher again here.
Tesla is also trying to go back up. I
Yeah,
wouldn't bet on it though.
Tesla's looking. Yeah, Tesla's going.
Let's see if NVDA. All right, I'm going to take another long on
Hmm.
NVDA just because I have nothing
Is it
else to
trading
do.
at 130? I might look at some calls here. 247. Problem with Nvidia calls is they don't move as much as Tesla, which can be good and bad.
Yeah, I'm going to get another long at 130.88. Let's see what the market is this time. Yeah, biz. I was actually I was thinking of not trading it, but this candlestick at 1042 was strong. But again, the problem is you're kind of chasing it now. Let's see if it closes above the VWAP or not. I wasn't really having any confirmation that this is going to go up, but this candlestick at 1042 kind of was huge. So now I can actually have a little bit more confirmation of that. And look at the SPY and Qs too. So it kind of relates to those ones. So let's see if I actually do another one. I'm adding a little bit more on that. We could potentially trade it on a double bottom, but I wanted a little bit more confirmation on something that
Yeah, I'm with you a little bit on Tesla or Nvidia here. See, we got a little bit of a pop there. See if it holds.
the whole thing might go for the break of high of the day.
Yeah, I didn't. It's not a great. It's not. This is an example of a small trade I would take because it's really not a great setup.
For NVIDIA?
Yeah, this is a terrible entry. I mean, as far as my entries go, I mean, it's just hanging around the view app right now. It does
Yeah,
look
I
like
think
it
most
wants
of
to
the
go
good
up.
traders have yeah, I think most of the good traders have different tier size. Like I've never seen any trader that always trades, single share size, fixed share size for all of his trades because the amount of confirmation that you have for the setup is different. So sometimes you have a really good confirmation and you really have trust in that sort of like an A+ trade book, and sometimes you just don't have much confidence, so you go smaller share size. So I think it's everybody should have a 3 tiers of trade, and you can always add back if you are not sure about the trade. You go in there, like if for example I was going long at 129 on Nvidia, and I said, oh no, it's going to squeeze above the VWAP, then you can keep adding on the winners, just adding to your, like what I did right now. I did add 3 times. But Nvidia definitely have some serious levels to break, like this. Let's say the
Yeah,
high, the moving
just
averages, high of the day. So
I'm going to sell some here just to take some off, build a cushion that I can ride this higher on. And I'll stop out at break even. To me, it's getting late in the day for the kinds of trades I like to do. So getting a pullback now. So see if we hold the VWAP. Qs are at the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, which is, and same with the
920.
SPY. It's kind of where we're
920, huh?
no, it's the 9 EMA right now. We're just sitting we're trying to get through the 9 EMA. I like to use the 9 EMA as a gauge as to whether we're in a downtrend or not. If we can't get above there, we're still, to me, we're still weak. Video is still trying to hold here. It's going to look like it's going to drop maybe. Came back up. Yeah, it's really struggling here. Qs is also struggling. IWM has come back up.
IWM, yeah, it was
There we
deep
go.
red and they bounced back.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a little promising. We did hold the VWAP on NVIDIA.
Yeah, let's see. Adding a little bit more on
Let's
that
see.
here. We'll see if we can pop up.
See if we can break out here now.
Horrible price action on 5-minute chart, but let's see.
Yeah.
Your FX was nice. Now the volume died on it. The order flow is dead on it.
Yeah, the volume is really dropping off. This is the kind of thing that will, when we get close to the end of the day, the close, we might see this thing start to pick up again, or
Yeah,
it
exactly.
could actually pick up any time during the day as well, obviously. But come on, let's go in NVIDIA, make us a little bit of money here.
Again, guys, remember NVIDIA has some serious issues up at 139, 131.60, and then this moving average on 5-minute chart. So this was a moment of it's doing its best. That's what I'm trying to say.
Here we go.
Doing its best.
Yep. Here we go.
There we go.
We're going to go to 132 now. I think we're going to 132.
132. NUKK.
There we go. Nice.
Jared is messing around with these. Jared, stop messing around with these penny stocks. Jared unleashed.
Jared unleashed. Jared's down in Louisiana. He's not dreaming of a white Christmas.
Adding a little bit more on NVIDIA. Let's see if you can pop to 132. Nadim, welcome. Be careful that trade in a simulator. Don't jump into live trading immediately because these are very volatile times in the market. It's very easy to have severe losses. All right, so let's see. NVIDIA is going to go up or not.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to take
Don't
some
sell, Brian.
rest
Don't
of my...
chicken out. Brian is just chickening out.
I'm not selling yet. I'm waiting for 132 print.
The high of the day is 132.06. I want not only 132, but I want this moving average on 5 minutes, 132.26. Don't chicken out. Nobody sells.
Nope.
Hold the line, Brian. Hodler.
Yeah. Hodler. Yeah. Diamond
Hold
hands.
like your life depends on it.
Here we go. Oh, come on.
Selling. Don't sell, Brian.
Don't
sell, guys. Don't sell.
I got a good position here. I'm in a good position here. Okay, we still got to take a run at this 132. Okay.
Government shutdown. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
market
That's
has
funny.
seen a lot of these.
Musk is
Market has seen a lot of
gonna
these. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Musk is gonna shut the government down. He's
I don't
the
think that
Department
has a
of
huge
Doge.
impact on the market. Honestly, I don't think that has a huge impact on the market. The reason for that is Wall Street knows that this kind of political conflicts eventually resolves. They've seen it many times. This is not the first time that Wall Street have seen, you know, potential government shutdown. I don't think investors are betting like that. I mean, the market is super future looking. So, you know, that's why when yesterday the Fed said, oh, potentially we want to reduce only half a percent instead of 0.75, the market is just kind of panicked. I don't think in the short term political conflict that doesn't really impact. Even January 6th, I remember 4 years ago, January 6th in the Capitol was crazy. Market really didn't do anything. We were all watching it in the chat
Yeah.
room. It was really fun to watch it. But the market knew that, oh, it's not going to last like more than a day or so. So I wouldn't personally panic on these political conflicts, you know,
No,
again, as a long-term
no, they
investor.
don't. Yeah, they don't have a lot of impact in the longer term. People kind of look through them. I missed there was a question there for me. I missed that.
All right, so let's see. Let's see if NVIDIA is going to break or not. So I already had the profit on NVIDIA. If this one goes for the break of 132, it would be a better profit. I'm still red for the day. It's Tesla. Lost multiple times on it. How many times I lost? 3 trades on this freaking Tesla.
Hmm.
Ryan, are you in this with me?
I'm still hanging in there for 132. As a matter of fact, I added a little at 130, 155 on that pullback. So let's go. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Let's not disappoint. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. I need a new hairdo. Gotta go to a different hairdresser.
It doesn't look like
sell. Just shorted Tesla as well here. Yeah, this isn't looking good on NVIDIA.
Don't chicken out, Brian, on me yet.
I'm short Tesla.
Tesla is much weaker.
Here we go. Again, using 450 puts. I'm going to sell some
All
at
right,
16.
so
I'm getting out of NVIDIA. Break even on the rest. Brought my average up. Okay. Getting out of the rest of these Tesla puts. Seems bouncing back here. All
I'm
right.
still long on NVIDIA, guys.
Accusing the SPY bounce back. They just almost tested the previous day close on the Qs again and then came back up. Wow, MU. PLTR is bouncing. PLTR is looking like it's heading back to high of day here. Can't chase it here, but it's gotten through the VWAP anyway. NVIDIA, what does NVIDIA look like here on Bookmap? Well, it's still got that big order at 132.
I think it's gonna go up, and it's still holding it. I am still holding it.
Your diamond hands, your hodler.
Diamond hands. I mean, as long as it stays above the VWAP, I think has the potential. PLTR is coming back. QBT also came back up.
Micron looks like it might want to. This might move up here.
Come on, Tesla. So for which Tesla trade? Tesla, I tried to do the double bottom. So the trade book that I did was like opening range breakup, double bottom. NVIDIA was definitely double bottom. So as you see here, so as strong as stocks below the VWAP that has a multiple bottom, you can actually go long on it. And now Tesla kind of become like a 1 hour or opening range breakout or something like that. That's why I don't really like this trade. It doesn't have I don't have a clear trade book on it. It's more like a gut feeling trade. But it's very important to always have the very clear, very clear trade book when you're entering the trade. All right, so Eamon is coming. I'm gonna actually jump off. Eamon, thanks for coming. Guys on YouTube, thank you so much. Eamon,
Yep.
we
Thanks,
can't hear
everybody.
you until if we end the
We are
live YouTube.
gonna wrap
Thanks,
things up
guys.
here.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers, everybody.